What's up, guys? Happy Halloween. Today is another Horror Talk, Episode 6. Today we're talking about one of the bastard movies of the Halloween franchise. More like the black sheep, more or less. But that is Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. And I got Greg, as usual. Hey, Greg.
Hey, everybody.
We got Jack-o'-lantern.
Yep.
And so... what do you want to talk about in this?
So, I'm sure a lot of people know this movie. You either love it or hate it, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's very polarizing. No Michael Myers,
No.
as you well know.
But you do got Tom Atkins.
You do have Tom Atkins, yeah, who's awesome. I mean, either love or hate it. Like you said, Joe Bob hates it.
Yeah, it's
widely
like,
known.
Gave it you remember when we met Joe Bob? Gave it half a star.
We did. And it's funny, I was wearing the shirt when I met him. Yeah. And Darcy was like
nice shirt.
Look, and then when she signed my autograph, she put, "We will see Halloween 3" on there. So she's a fan. I'm a fan of this movie. What do you think of this movie? I think it's great. It's different. It's weird. We don't get a lot of movies like this.
It's a pod movie.
Yeah.
It's like kind of is influenced by Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
A little bit, but there's androids.
Yeah, they're like androids.
There's more android kills in this movie than I think the entire Alien franchise.
I would say so.
I wouldn't doubt it.
They got that yellow goo.
Ooh, yeah, they do. Like, comes out his mouth. Yeah, when Tom Atkins kills him.
One thing I always wondered was how they got the they hint this, but how they got the Stonehenge stone.
Yeah, so like... this movie's weird because it's called Season of the Witch, but I don't feel like it's very like supernatural or witchcrafty. Like, that's kind of the one thing I think in it that is kind of witchcrafty is like, oh, you're using parts of Stonehenge to power these masks that are killing to kill the children. Yeah, so if you don't know the plot to this, I'd be surprised if you're watching this video. But still, it's about this company called Silver Shamrock Novelties.
Yeah,
and they make a mask, and the mask is supposed to kill all the children wearing it on Halloween. Yeah. Why? Because the kids have gotten away from the original origins of Halloween, I guess.
Colonel Cochran.
Yeah, Colonel Cochran's the mastermind behind it.
He is like evil. Like he's like the main villain of the movie. And
he's a good villain in this movie.
Yeah, really but he puts on such a show. I forgot the guy's name that plays him, but he puts on such a show. It's so entertaining. And I always loved that part where he's at the bar and he's watching cartoons.
Oh, yeah.
And then Halloween comes on.
Yeah, until you get Michael Myers on the TV for a little bit, like in universe.
Yeah, so it's like that. And one thing I also loved was just the different masks. They had the skull mask, they had the pumpkin mask, they had the witch mask.
It's funny, Silver Shamrock seems like a pretty good, big company, you know, like pretty large company, and they got pieces of Stonehenge. Yet they only make 3 different mask choice. Like,
you think they'd have a bigger budget?
Yeah, you think they'd have a little more choice for these kids, but you know.
Yeah, I got the DVD here. I don't have the Blu-ray yet, but that's one of the old DVDs, and I love this movie. It's very fun. Well, what else would you say about let me see, just the setting,
so
it's in California.
It's in California, unlike the other Halloweens, which are in Illinois. This is in California. They let you know that.
Feels like Ireland. Yeah,
a little bit. Well, it's the whole Silver Shamrock thing for whatever reason and then, obviously Stonehenge is in England, so there's kind of that Celtic connection, which, Halloween is,
it's a Celtic
pagan holiday, so it kind of makes sense connecting that to a shamrock, I guess.
Yeah.
But you get Tom Atkins as the lead. And, rather than stay
at
home...
He's like a doctor.
He is a doctor. He is a borderline alcoholic doctor who leaves his wife and kids to go hang out with this young chick who, he ends up banging several times. Yeah. And then solve this mystery, which I don't know how he got involved. I don't know how...
fences.
I don't know how this girl didn't call the police instead of Tom Atkins, but we wouldn't have a movie if they didn't, I suppose.
Hey, it works.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And, it's just one of those movies. I kind of consider it its own movie, Season of the Witch.
Yeah, it's almost not a Halloween. Well, it stems from them, Deborah Hill and John Carpenter wanting to do an anthology for all the... They were their plan was to make each Halloween movie its own anthology film, which I like that idea. I like having a new thing happen instead of just... just having Michael Myers every time. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Michael Myers, but like, you know, we got things like H2O because of that. And otherwise, we could have had some really awesome other stories.
Yeah, it would have been like a creep show-esque.
Yeah, exactly. Which I like that idea. But then, you know, I guess this movie came out and people were like, "Where's Michael Myers?" And then, you know, it flopped.
Halloween 4.
Exactly. And then exactly that's why they made Halloween 4 is to give the fans back Michael Myers,
which is technically the Halloween 3, the real Halloween 3.
That's true. That is technically yes. I mean, like you said, this one's almost its own thing. You know. Like,
yeah. It really feels, it captures that feel of Halloween and like just that. Remember that?
Oh yeah, I love the silhouettes of the trick or treaters and stuff. Like it does really embody the season.
You got that really annoying theme song.
Yeah.
8 more days till Halloween.
Yeah. You got there. That was basically it. Yeah, catchy. Get stuck in your head for sure.
Oh yeah, it's like seared into your brain. But
and it plays constantly in this movie.
Yeah,
like there's no sparing your ears in this.
And I remember catching it on TV, like back in the day on Monster Vision.
Yeah.
But Joe Bob, he gave it 2 stars then.
Yeah, originally.
So
he
went down.
I think his opinion has changed based on like the pressure from his fans to show it. I think it just makes him more annoyed and he just wants to show it less and less stars. That makes sense.
I got a Fangora too. You actually got this one.
I did. I got that for you. I got it mainly for Evil Dead, but the Halloween 3 is a bonus on there.
Yeah, you got like down there, you got the Halloween 3. But it shows like the makeup effects and stuff. I was going to show those all.
Cool special effects. Also, if you don't know, when the kids get zapped by whatever the little pin is in there from the Stonehenge piece, their brain or their whole head turns to like bugs and snakes for some reason.
Yeah, it's very weird.
It's very cryptic. I guess that's kind of one of the more like supernatural witchy type things because, you know, I don't equate witches with androids normally, so it's a little bit confusing.
Yeah, it was all from Tommy Lee Wallace.
Yeah, Tommy Lee Wallace directed.
Who worked on I believe the costume design on the original Halloween.
Yeah, I think so. It also has one of the androids. It's played by Dick Warlock, who was Deshaped in Part 2, which is a nice little Easter egg.
Yeah, that's really cool. And then you get like cool scenes like that.
Good effects. I love watching this movie with people that haven't seen it before because it's so confusing. Because they're like, "What are these things? What are these like well-dressed thugs that are attacking, you know, Tom Atkins and them?"
Yeah.
And of course, that coroner lady calls him and tells him that you know, there's no human parts in this fire. It's all machine parts. So
and she gets zapped.
Yeah, she does get zapped.
And then her face melts. Actually, this is her face right here. Show that again.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like after.
Do you have a favorite kill in this movie?
Oh man, that's a hard one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of kills.
There's a lot of good ones. I mean, it's a lot of varied kills.
I remember the memorable scene is when the guy it's not a kill, but the robot lights himself on fire.
Oh yeah, he just like goes outside and then he douses himself and lights himself on fire. Which at that point in the film, you don't know it's an android. You think it's just a dude who's lighting himself on fire.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
He's just pouring the gasoline all over.
Lights himself on fire. I think my favorite kill in this movie is like one of the first ones, and it's that old crazy guy who owned the mask shop. You know, the guy whose daughter Ellie is his daughter who's looking for him. Mm-hmm. He's on that like he makes it to the hospital or whatever, and he's laying on the thing, and the android just comes in and just shoves both his fingers into his eyes and just like rips part of his skull off. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, that I felt that one.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's a good kill. How about Colonel? Well, spoiler if you haven't seen it.
I'm sure people have seen it. But
stop it if you haven't seen it. But Colonel Cochran had a pretty cool death. He just turns into like a white.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on.
I don't even know what that was. It was like a fake Colonel Cochran.
Yeah, I mean this movie doesn't make a ton of sense
because the last thing he does is he's like, and then he just evaporates.
I also love the ambiguous ending of this movie. Like, did Tom Atkins stop those kids from getting killed? We'll never know. Like, stop it! Yeah, stop it! That famous ending of him yelling "stop it" into the phone, trying to get the TV producers to turn the commercial off. Yeah. So that's one thing I do like about this is that you never know. Did he save those kids?
Yeah,
I think kids die on Halloween. Maybe.
I think they could do more with this universe.
I do too. I like it too. I mean, yeah.
I liked how David Gordon Green kind of like added those into the house.
Yeah, he put the mask into the what was that? Halloween Kills was that? What that one?
Kills in it.
Or was it? I think it was Kills, wasn't it?
It was Kills. Yeah.
Yeah, that had those masks in it. That was a nice little Easter egg as well.
I think it was in the first one too.
I don't remember.
Mainly kills.
For sure.
I was gonna wear a mask, like a silver shamrock mask, but I just didn't have it in the budget. Those things are actually pretty pricey.
They're pretty pricey, yeah.
And they were sold out of the pumpkin one, so I was
dang.
like, that's the one I was going for. But hey, that's all right.
Maybe next year.
So let me think. Is there any final thoughts on this, or do you want to cover any more? Let me see if I got some more.
My final thoughts on this movie is that it's very weird. I like it a lot.
It's something different.
It's definitely something different. I enjoy it. It doesn't make, like I said, I was trying to say before, it doesn't make a ton of sense, but it doesn't have to, you know. It's still just a fun movie, you know. Like, I enjoy watching this, like I said, especially with people that haven't seen it before, because it's so weird. Like, I really enjoyed this movie.
Yeah, if I gave it 4 stars out of 4, that's basically what I'm giving.
I would give it at least 3.5, maybe 4. Maybe it's a 4 star. I like it a lot. Like,
I give it 3.5. Yeah, that's
3.5 to 4 is about fair.
But so, that's. I'm trying to think my final thoughts now. You know, I just think the androids are cool.
They are.
Like they
again different, like, you know.
You never see androids with like yellow goo in them.
That's true, not really. I mean Alien, but that's white goo, same sort of thing, but like still, yeah, it's not very common, especially in a Halloween movie, you know. Like,
yeah.
I like that they threw those in there, like.
And what was up with there was like the knitting lady.
Oh yeah, so that's actually kind of cool. That's like she was like the original, like, so Colonel Cochrane, I guess they're implying that he's like really old, like centuries old or something.
Yeah.
I guess the power of Stonehenge is keeping him alive or something. And that was like his like prototype android basically. So she wasn't like fully formed.
I always wonder what.
She wasn't like fully formed and whatnot. Like, well, he just walks over and her head rolls off. So it's like, but yeah, like that was like his prototype, you know, to his killbots he has now. So
yeah, that's
that
one that stuck out to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's by the time you're...
I was going to say, she always reminded me of animatronics you see at, like, Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, yeah, like the animatronics.
The old lady knitting.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought. Yeah. Like, she would just be in the background knitting.
Yeah.
But, yeah, this is one of those movies you just need to go out and see if you haven't seen.
Definitely check it out.
It's definitely worth your time. I know it could make like if they played more in this universe, I feel like they could make it into like a series or a movie.
Yeah, I could see that.
Just maybe an origin of Colonel Cochrane, or
I could see that. Yeah, prequel of him, because like I said, he's supposed to be like centuries old or something.
Yeah,
so
like a prequel series.
Some kind of prequel. Cool. I mean, they made a prequel for Ginger Snaps. Why can't we get a friggin' Halloween 3 prequel?
Yeah, but yeah, that's one thing I always wondered. Why don't we get a Halloween prequel?
Like I said, it's either love it or hate it. I guess a lot of people don't.
You could even continue where it left off.
That's true. I mean, yeah. See if those kids actually got murdered or not. I have no idea.
But yeah. So this has been the Halloween horror talk, as I labeled it. The first of Halloween horror talks.
Yeah. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Yeah. Happy Halloween, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. I got plenty of videos coming down the pipeline.
We got to get out of here because we got to go see Suspiria on the big screen.
Yeah, we're about to go see that on the big screen.
Yeah.
Dario Argento. So, happy Halloween. This will be airing at midnight, the witching hour. So, see ya.